At Citi Field in New York, the New York Mets play the San Francisco Giants in the first game of a doubleheader. Citi Field debut as a Met. Mike Yastrzemski leads off. McGill's first pitch of the day is drilled to right field. Marte got turned around but finds it and makes the catch. Starling Marte did a 360 but got to the right place to pick off the line drive by Yastrzemski. One pitch and one hard out.
Well, we were
most in the National League since the '86 Mets.
Thank you. They didn't get it.
Flick to left field. On comes McNeil. Two line drives. 2 outs. Of anybody since Citi Field opened. And he swings at the first pitch, and it's a 2-hopper to Escobar. Wow. 1 inning, 5 pitches, all swung at, and McGill has a 1-2-3 inning to start the long day of baseball. No score.
Here along with Brandon Belt at first.
Line toward the middle and a little too tall for Estrada into center field. A base hit for Marte. And the Mets have the first base runner of the day. And so there goes Marte. The throw by Bart on a hop goes into center field, and Marte will go to third. So the young catcher Joey Bart with a very poor throw. Marte has his 3rd stolen base of the year, and he goes to third on the error. Percent of the time in his first start this year. But he throws a fastball right by Lindor and strikes him out for the 2nd out.
Boy, it ran over the middle of the plate.
Cobb with another long look at Marte. And he bounces one away from Bart. Here comes Marte. The flip to the pitcher isn't handled. And Marte with aggressive base running scores the first run of the game. The Mets continue to be aggressive on the bases. A short wild pitch. And Marte comes home to score, and it's 1-0 New York.
Well,
flip came off the side of his hand and sailed.
And he would have been safe anyway, but you just sure don't want your pitcher to get hurt.
Marte with the head first slide upending Cobb, who appears to be okay. So the Mets use their 2-2 coming. And Pete loops one into right field. On comes Yastrzemski to pick it off, and that retires the side. Mets get an unearned run. Marte with a stolen base, an error, and a wild pitch. It's 1-0 Mets.
In the first for the Mets.
It was. Peterson hammers that one to center field. Going back on to Jankowski all the way back. It is off the wall and takes a hard carom rolling back toward the infield. Peterson still running, and in fact it is gone. A home run. Jock Peterson to straightaway center field. Now you can slow down Jock. Ties the game with 1 swing.
Matter hit it the biggest part of the ballpark, 408 to center field. It's just a matter if they had enough to get out of the yard. As you see Jankowski going back, and it looked like from our vantage, because it's the black wall right there, it's kind of hard to tell right away, but yes, hits off the black wall above the orange line.
How hard he's been hitting it these last few games. Brandon Crawford goes after the first pitch and pops it up. Foul ground. Escobar for out number 1. Here came to the ballpark, started to get ready for the game. Postponed. Estrada kind of punches that one past the reach of Pete Alonso. Tyro Estrada's got himself a hit.
Stay hot, Tyro.
Duggar on the ground, up the middle. Another hit for the Giants. Estrada's going to easily make the turn and go to third. The aggressive approach continues from these Giants hitters. First and third, 1 out.
Well,
ahead. Duggar runs. The pitch is grounded with the infield pulled in at third, right past Escobar. Vossler comes through. It's 2-1 Giants, and Duggar never stopped. He goes around to third.
Yeah, keep first to third, and I'm right there. Nice approach by Vossler.
Another 1-2. Crawford up the middle, base hit. Yastrzemski will score easily. Here comes Belt. The throw a little delayed, cut off. Belt scores standing. Brandon Crawford drives in 2. It's 4-1.
Big swing of the bat right there. McGill thinks he's probably doesn't throw a changeup in a 2-strike count. Throws a belt high fastball, and Crawford makes him pay. Shoots it right back up the middle of the field for a 2-out 2 RBI single.
And JD tops that one along the line. If it stays fair, it's a hit, and it is. And he pulls one over the bag and hits the bag and goes down the line. Jankowski to third. Peterson picks it up against the sidewall. They'll hold Jankowski at third base, even though that ball wound up coming off the glove of Crawford on the relay. McCann's got himself a third base bag double, and the Mets have two in scoring position.
McCann off with a fastball. Oh, very fortunate coming off the bag.
I don't know if Vossler would have been able to make a play, but certainly
it wouldn't have been second and third.
Yeah.
Can pull it down the line.
Comet using the full windup, and McNeil hits it right over the bag and down the line, and that'll bring in two. Jankowski is in, McCann right behind him. McNeil pulls it at second with a two-run double. Next time, listen to Keith when you set your defense. McNeil drives in a pair with a double. 3-2 coming. And he hits it the other way. Bell flags it down nicely, and from his knees gets it to Leone on time. Well, that kept the tying run from scoring. McNeil gets to third, but Belt with a terrific play to take a hit away from Marte.
He's got a good glove. He's sure-handed here, and boy, that just saves a run. He's been tested twice down that line. And watch Leone turn to pick up the runner at third. Now you practice that in spring.
McNeil with third and two out. And Lindor pulls it into right field for a base hit, and that'll tie the game. McNeil in to score. Lindor's going to try for two. The throw by Yastrzemski to second. Not in time. Lindor legs out a double. He gets the tying run home. It's 4-4.
Slider that stayed over the middle. Down, and he ripped it into right.
McNeil and Lindor, two guys who struggled for the majority of 2021, and they're both off to hot starts, and they team up to get this game tied.
And hustling the extra base hit. We've seen a lot of that this year with the Mets.
It's him a gold pocket or two. 3-2. Struck him out. Got him with a fastball. So Leone strands the go-ahead run at third, but the Mets get even with 3 runs. Lindor drives in the tying run. It's 4-4 after 5. A major league record for pinch hitters used last year. Fastball got him looking. And so McGill makes quick work of Duggar for his 4th strikeout of the day. 2-2 coming. And Rodriguez strikes him out. Good changeup by Joely to get Brandon Belt for the second out. 2-2 coming to Flores. In the air to right center, cutting across Marte. And that retires the side. Very good inning for Joely Rodriguez as he gets the Giants 1-2-3. Stretch time tied at 4. That's rallied from 3 runs down to get even. Crawford hits it sharply through the hole, and he's got his second hit of the day.
Boy, Crawford's a nice little player. He's a nice hitter. And that's kind of indicative as well.
Jairo Estrada lays down a gorgeous bunt, and Escobar throws wide, and Estrada's got himself a bunt hit. Beautifully executed by Jairo Estrada, dropping that bunt perfectly to put 2 men on. And Duggar pulls one down to first. Alonso to Lindor. Lugo covering, dropped, and stopping at third is Crawford, who had a notion of trying to break for the plate. So the Mets get the second out on the fielder's choice. And 3-2 coming. Fastball struck him out. He changed the program on 3-2 and blew a fastball by Jason Vossler. And Lugo gets himself out of trouble in the top of the 8th. 2 stranded in scoring position. Still 4-4 at Citi Field. Escobar looking for his first home run as a Met. And he takes it low, ball 4, and the Mets do get a leadoff walk, and the potential winning run is aboard. First walk given up all day by Giants pitchers. And Escobar at first, nobody out. And Cano takes ball 4, and now the winning run is in scoring position. back-to-back walks to start the bottom of the ninth. Now, Dom Smith had been in the on-deck circle, but in what might be a bunting situation, Dom is going back into the dugout. Mets have Guillorme. And Guillorme bunts it. Bart will have to go to first with it. Beautifully done by Guillorme. He may never grow the beard back. Perfectly executed sacrifice bunt, 2-4. Conversation at third. 1-2 from Doval. Slider in there, strike three called. So Doval finally able to get his slider over. Strikes out Jankowski. Escobar darting down the line. And Smith takes a slider for strike three called, and the inning is over, and we are going to extra innings. Camilo Doval comes back to strike out Jankowski, and Smith with sliders to send us to the 10th. Into the game, put a monkey wrench into the whole thing. Wilmer hits one out to right field. That should advance the runner. Belt goes back to second to tag. Marte makes the catch, and Wilmer got it deep enough to get Belt over to third base with the go-ahead run. So a productive out for Wilmer Flores. 3-0 to Ruff. And that's ball 4. So Ottavino walks Ruff on 4 pitches. So now you've got the double play possibility, but do you risk setting up for the double play in this spot?
He did not. Oh, well, I got to play halfway on the middle infield. Corners in, obviously.
2-2 coming to Crawford. Line caught by Cano, and he held on to it for the second out. He was setting up to throw back to first to see if he could double off Ruff and lost it momentarily. But it goes to the line drive out for the second out. 3-2 coming. Slider hit on the ground. Lindor waits on it. And the wide throw pulls Alonso off the bag, and the Giants take the lead. Routine ground ball. Lindor waited back on it, making it a longer, hurried throw. And he
throwing error, second throwing error from this year from Lindor. And he has had trouble, and he is clearly off the bag.
Ooh, was he? Did he keep the toe on? I don't know, Keith. That's pretty close. Mets are gonna challenge the call. They feel as though maybe Alonso kept that toe on the bag.
It's worth a definite look, that's for sure.
After review, the call is overturned. The runner is out.
Pete Alonso with a superior play, keeping his toe on the bag, and the Mets get the call overturned and take the run off the board. And now the Mets will come up in the bottom of the 10th inning with a chance to win it with a free runner at second base in a tie game. Quite a play by Alonso to save Lindor an error and save the Mets a run. 1-2 coming to McNeil, and he pulls it on the ground. Nicely done by McNeil. Belt makes the play to Garcia, but now the winning run is at third with 1 out. So a productive out by McNeil, and now Starling Marte with a chance to get that winning run home.
Well done.
Garcia ahead in the count 0-2. And Lindor lines it into center field. Base hit, and the Mets win the ball game. Nimmo comes home with the winning run. Francisco Lindor with the tying hit in the 5th, the winning hit in the 10th, and the Mets take the opener of the doubleheader from the Giants, 5-4. Down in the count 0-2, Francisco Lindor plates the winner, and the Mets, who came from 3 runs down to get even, win the opener of the series with the Giants to go to 8-3 on the season.
Terrific with the middle of the plate. And look at him go down almost to the one knee. And that's a bullet, and that's good hitting. And that's a game winner. What a game, Garrett. Terrific game.
And in the nightcap, we've got a great pitching matchup with Max Scherzer up against Logan Webb, as the Mets will be bidding for a sweep of the doubleheader.